Hello, this is High Priestess Key 1 2 to the 3. Okay, well, High Priestess Key 333 1 2 to the 3, right? For the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding that I'm bringing to you today, right? So, family, we are in the gibbous waxing. Okay, we're moving into that full moon energy. Okay, the full moon in the true sidereal and the verdict will be in Pisces, which I will do a whole video on the full moon as I normally do here. You guys know I do the moon phase readings and energy messages from the ancestors here to keep you informed in reference of the phase that we're in, right? Because the moon phases are very important, family, especially if you're on your spiritual journey. Okay. Just in general, you should be paying attention to the moon phases. Okay. But not only that, in reference of where the planetary alignment is as well. With that full moon coming, and it's in Pisces energy, which they'll tell you something different in the Western, but it's truly where you can look out in the sky in the true sidereal and see where that energy is lying, and it's definitely in Pisces that it will be. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the verdict and the true sidereal energy that we're going through at this time in reference of the gibbous waxing of what we're in right now. Right now, the sun is still in the true sidereal, and the verdict is still considered in Virgo energy. Now, I know that may sound different to some of you guys because they're telling you guys in the Western that it's in Libra energy, but it's still actually not in Libra just yet, right? The true sidereal and the verdict, the times in reference of, hold on, family, let me tell you guys when. Um, Actually, with the verdict, Libra doesn't start until October the 18th. So Virgo actually goes the month of September the 17th through October the 17th for the verdict. But in the true sidereal, okay, with the planets, the whole month of October is Virgo energy. Okay, that's what the true sidereal gives. Okay, so the moon in Capricorn, okay, right now with this gibbous waxing. So you know what that is trying to tell us, right? About prayer and meditation right now. We should be in definitely, right? Everything right now is relative to what's going to happen and what's coming, right? So with that Capricorn energy that we have right now, this gibbous waxing, that's what's expanding, because waxing is when it's increasing, right? And you can see that bright sun, that light, right? That is increasing of on the negative demonic energy, on the positive in reference of expansion, um, so of light, right? So you have to take the messages for the duality within of it. Okay, right now Mars is in Libra, Mercury is in Libra as well. So with Mercury and Mars being in Libra, it's bringing justice, it's bringing balance to a lot of things. But on the opposite side of that, we'll see a lot of legal things, a lot of things that deal with legal court situations that may be out of balance, right? So you have the duality, the good and the bad of it all, right? Especially around communication. We're going to hear a lot of communication right now around legal things, right? And it's going to be aggressive because it's in Mars. You see? People are going to be using what they have to create these foreign situations, uncomfortable situations for us. They're working hard to create that. See how that goes in reference of the planetary alignment, and it's increasing strongly right now. That's why we're seeing a lot of the different things moving and shaking around the government, because they're working hard to create a change in the legal system. They're communicating it to us, what they want us to know. Mars is the pressure that they're putting on us. And it goes back to Jupiter energy and Gemini still, which gives us that duality as well. People are creating things to destroy, and that vice versa. Venus is in Leo, though. So Venus in Leo is about leadership, right? It's about some leaders showing love, but some not. Some actually, that Venus energy is lies as well. So it's duality in either somebody being loving or somebody lying, right? And it can come from leadership. It could come because that's what Leos are. They the lead. They are there to lead. So you're getting that expanded energy of that in the gibbous waxing. This energy, I'm just telling you based off of the planets. Okay, before I even pull cards, I don't even really have to pull cards to tell you what's the energy like right now, family, and what we're seeing and why. It's the planetary alignment. Okay. Saturn is still in Pisces, and so is Neptune retrograde. So Saturn and Neptune in retrograde in Pisces, we're getting ready to have a full moon in Pisces. That's some rough energy that's coming. Okay. Um, that Piscean energy is about what we are enduring. And the law of attraction is what Piscean energy goes back to. So what we will endure is what we attract. So right now, what you will feel, if you're not putting out positive energy, that's what you're going to endure. You're going to endure negative things. But if you're putting out positive, then you're going to receive it. And you won't have that bondage or that restriction or the limitations that come with it. As well as Neptune energy is very fierce. Neptune energy is also about karma. It's about relationships. It's about technology, how you receive that, how you deal with that. It's not a great time to get in like fights and arguments and things like that because it can go haywire. Pisces is water, very emotional time with high driven energy, you see? So it can definitely go left quickly, okay? So be very mindful during this time. Capricorn energy, as you guys know, in the tarot, they look at Capricorn as the devil, but it really is definitely energy of toxic, right? People being toxic, right? When you say devil, everyone has that demon within. Okay, you have the angel and you have the demon. So you have to look at it like, it's duality and everything. I will continue to say that to you because that's truly what it is. But you have to remember that too, okay? Rahu is in Aquarius and K2 is in Leo. So that K2 being in Leo is definitely going to give you, once again, some low vibrational energy, okay, in leadership, okay? And then that Rahu in Aquarius is all about the collective energy that's going to be going through some things because of that K2, you see? So right now we're getting ready to feel it when it comes to the powers that be, that have power, right? They have the leadership. And this is for different areas, especially in reference of Mars being in Libra, foreign things that we're definitely foreign people, foreign places, definitely going to feel uncomfortable when it comes to legal aspects of things right now. Okay. So be ready. Uranus is still in Taurus. All right. Pluto is in Capricorn. All right. Right now, this is where the planetary alignment is. All right. So, with that being said, right now, in the verdict, right? In the verdict right now, they are doing the 10th lunar day, right? Victorious, right? And that's about a festival that they have. It's where this is one of the four. I think it's like we're there in the second day or something now of that, where there's favorable days within each year of the verdict calendar. And it's the beginning of all kinds of new beginnings, blessings, highly blessed time right now at the beginning of October in the verdict. This is regarded as especially suitable day for ventures such as starting a new course of education, starting a business, or making major purchases, which is true, right? Because October just started. This is a good time in the verdict and in the true sidereal, especially with the sun still being in Virgo. So that's you planning some things out, you being organized and doing things that are going to assist you. And plus the moon is in Capricorn, which is all about everything being relative right now. So what you produce right now is going to be the seeds that you need for the future. So this is a good time in South India, in the Vedic, rituals and prayers and meditations, all that puja energy of different things happening right now. But what you really truly need to know is what it's called is Vijaya. I hope I'm saying it right. Dashami. Vijaya Dashami, which is victorious 10th lunar day. Okay. And we know the lunar days are the moon energy. Amongst this day, various meaning of making marks the victory of goddess Durga, which is the demon slayer. Okay, at the observant 9 days of the Varatri prayers, offerings, practices that support inner refinement and fortitude, Dargas, by Jaya Dashami is also known as the Dashin or Dashara. It's pretty much an endless, diverse energy or festivals that they do in India. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that. Sorry, I dropped the I just wanted to mention that because I do talk about the verdict. So I have to, and I'll tell y'all, Tamiko Fisher is always, excuse me, family, I'm just saying, is always my reference. So I have to source her, and she's really good about letting us know the forecast of what's happening in the Vedic astrology. I know more of the spiritual astrology and the true sidereal, but it goes hand in hand with the verdict. Okay, so just like I told you, yes, this is a prime time to be doing your offerings, to be doing things that starting businesses, starting new classes, getting some things done. Now, when it comes to the Gibbous, that is definitely the energy anyway, because things are expanding, things are growing, right, into that full moon energy. But see, truly what it is based off of you. You control the outcome of what you truly want right now for your life, right? So it's all about your destiny. Let's see what the message is that the ancestors want to give us about the gibbous waxing energy that is here for the collective at this time, okay? Based off of the moon phase. Yeah. Moon phase ancestors for the collective, the gibbous waxing at this time. What is it that you want the collective to know? Messages and reference of the gibbous waxing at this time. Yes, this is right here. The gibbous waxing for the collective at this time. Ashe. Yeah. And so it is. The answers is definitely showing us that this is a time for you to be divine. Okay. All day, every day. And like I told you guys, this is a time where you can create whatever it is. That goes back to what the ancestors were saying about the verdict and how, in India they do, they have this whole segment of festival, the victorious 10th lunar day. So within the next 9 to 10 days, this is a good time for you to start producing things, okay? Helping people or receiving the help, because I'm seeing a lot of help in here, and being aggressive about what it truly is that you want, because there is prosperity and abundance that's here. But it also goes back to that Saturn energy as well. And a lot of energy around Saturn right now is in Pisces, okay, which is what that full moon is working up to. This is a wonderful time for you to, once again, like it said, and in the message today, is to be divine, follow all the rules, family. Also, a great time to go through your healing. This is a big time in reference of what we're going to see, the shift of a lot of leaders. They're going to be doing a lot of volatile things, okay? I'm seeing it in the message. It's a lot here in reference of the energy of Taurus, okay? Leo, like I said, and Scorpio energy, okay, can resonate with this message where it's like, now is the time, right? It's time for you to have great strength. It's time for us to have great strength, but also have the United States being here going through some things, family, okay? A lot of deceptive things, a lot of evil things, right? Right now, it's going to be a time for you to do things to decrease the pain for yourself in whatever shape, form, or fashion it needs to be. The ancestors is definitely saying, this is about, goes right back to those legal things that's going to affect your home life, your living conditions, and for some of you, your lifespan. You know what I'm saying? But it's about how you control your environment, your external vibrations, and continue to keep and rise your vibrations. Tap into your ancestors. Do your ancestor veneration is not an option to not do. You must do that now because it's life or death in reference of how they're going about dealing with the United States at this time, and the ancestors just threw it out. So you must have great strength because the wicked and the evilness is coming up against those that are spiritual beings as well as those who aren't, right? But they are here to devour the things that you may cherish in your life. And they're doing it, and we're going to see an increase with this because right now it's like either or. It's going to be we're going to see a lot of unalivements. We're going to see a lot of sexual assaults, family, a lot of violence, a lot of poverty, a lot of adultery. All of this is coming up, okay? And the ancestors say you need to be vigilant of what's happening in your environment, okay? Keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel, and definitely continue to do what it is that you can do in reference to walking the divine, the good, the greater good, right? Doing things for your ancestors, doing your ancestors' veneration, staying in meditation and prayer, and definitely calling in your ancestors to help you with whatever it is that you may be going through, okay? At this time, it's definitely on you. You know, it's just, that's just what it is, right? And so it is, but it's definitely a time that the United States is going to see a lot of havoc right now, family, because it is coming out with that violence on the United States in the message in this gibbous waxing. So something drastic can happen around this gibbous waxing as well as this full moon. Just be prepared, family. Don't be scared. I have to bring the message as the ancestors give it to us. This is a time for you to definitely understand that it's not, regrets and, sorrows and all those things, but it's a time to collectively work together. All right. Unity will conquer it all, and love. All right. Much love to you. This is High Priestess Key 333 with the Gibbous Waxing Moon Energy message. Peace, family. Peace.